guys. So, um, I've just, sat down and I started just sitting here thinking and writing, and you guys know that's when I get my best my best things going on. So, um, I was just thinking about if I could go back, if I could go back to like when I was a young girl or even just a young teenager, like my daughter, she just turned 14. And my youngest daughter, she's going to be turning 13. And I was like, man, that was just such a tender age being in middle school. And I just remember those days where I was just so shy and so scared and so timid. And I'm still that way now. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not like I've had this crazy revelation where I just completely came out of it. But I would say I am at least 80% of the way out of it. I can speak now. I can talk to other people. I'm not as afraid and I'm not as scared. But the one thing that I would have went back and changed was to hold myself to a certain standard. When it came to people in my life, relationships, this would have just helped me so much. And what I mean by holding myself to a certain standard is thinking more of my own self, I really thought that since I didn't measure up to a lot of the girls, my body didn't look the same. I didn't look the same. I didn't talk the same. I've always had this mousy little voice, I've always been really thin. I went to a school where I was the only black girl, well, out of a few others, but it was horrible, it was horrible. But I wish now that I would have said, you know what, I don't care what you think about me. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm gonna do who I am. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. And I would have held myself up to that standard, because now I don't care about what people think about the way I dress or the way I look or the way I talk or the way that I making them mad or whatever it is, because you can't please everyone. And especially in this day and age when you have so much selfishness going on and nobody cares anyway, Like I tell people, you can be Jesus and be hated, It doesn't matter who you are. People even hated Jesus. Think about it. So many people hated Jesus. He was the most hated person, So we've just got to find that confidence within us and just exude Jesus all over us, and shine through. And I was thinking, because I'm breaking out a little bit, you guys can see my little breakouts. I don't know why. I guess it's because of the weather change. But you know what? Back then I would have been so I would have been trying to cover up my face. I would have been, whatever I had to do in order for that not to show. But you know what? It's human. It's a part of life. So what? So what? They'll heal. They'll go away. You know what I mean? So, and it's not for a lack of not washing my face or anything like that or anything. I haven't changed anything. It's just breaking out, But my point is, we have to just stop being so worried about what everyone is going to say or think. And I know I said that in my previous videos, but it's just where I'm at right now. It's what I'm feeling. And it's the one thing I would have went back and changed in my life. I wouldn't have cared what people thought about me, even if it was just, I've learned now to enjoy my own company, to be in my own company and the company of Jesus. He's my best friend. Sorry about my kids. He's my best friend. He's who I talk to. He's who I confide in. He's my everything. And I wish I would have known that, or at least I wish I would have embraced that back then. I knew that he was there. I knew that even though I didn't have any friends, and I'm talking about I'm almost 35 years old now, and I still have not one friend, somebody I can call and truly depend on and be there for me. And I've asked God, I was like, is it because I'm not ready to be a friend to someone like I want somebody to be a friend to me? So prepare me for that. But, it still hasn't happened. But I know it's because God just wants me to make him my number one, And even though I've been in that period of isolation for a long time now, I've I've completely become confident and I've completely become content in him. and in him being my best friend, and telling him everything, and him being my joy, being my joy. And even though my children, they don't know that I'm filming, so, but that's okay. This is real life. Like I always say, this is real life. Even though I get lonely sometimes, I feel lonely sometimes, and sometimes I just want to pick up that phone and call somebody and tell them how I'm feeling. I don't have that right now. But, I have my husband to talk to, but you guys know how it is when you're a woman, especially a mom going through some things. There's just some things your husband's just not going to understand either. And they're there, he's there for me, and he confides, and he helps me, and I can confide in him to an extent. But, there's just some things that I just keep between me and God, and that's the way that it is. And I'm sure he has some things that he keeps between him and God also that he doesn't tell me. But that's just part of growing in Jesus. Make him your number one. Be confident in him. Don't worry about what everyone else is talking about you or saying about you, because that's what's going to bring you down at the end of the day. It's going to bring you down, and you're going to dwell in that, and you're not going to be pressing and pushing forward like you need to be. And so that would be the one thing I would go back and change. I would be confident in me, confident in who God made me, confident in every little quirk and body part that he made that wasn't perfect. It's what makes me me. It's what makes me me. Uniquely and wonderfully me. And so I just want you guys to hear me on that. Don't worry. Don't worry. God made you who you are, and he knows who you are, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, God's opinion of you is the one that truly, truly matters. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.